What's happening? Hope you're doing awesome. This is going to be a quick tutorial on automating your DeEssers. And why would you want to do this? Well, let's say that you've got, a vocal that's too sibilant, the EQ is just right, but then when the more you crank down your DeEsser, the more it makes your track too dull, and you're kind of stuck. It's sort of like without the DeEsser, it's too sibilant, but with the DeEsser on, it's too bright. Well, what you can do is you can just automate it during the S's without it affecting the other track. And let me show you what I mean. So let me play you this little track we've been using for the tutorials. Okay, so what we're going to focus on in this part is where he says small foot. So this little guy here. Small foot. Okay, so I'm going to add a little EQ to exaggerate his S. Let's bump this up, make it really sibilant. Small foot. Small foot. Small foot. Okay, that's painful. Let's get it to that point, right? So let's say, and what we're listening to is the S's. We want the S's to, like a lot of times if you EQ it, the S is really, really harsh. So what we do, let's say this is how it sounded originally. Whoa, that's really, we need a DeEsser on this. So you go and you go to waves and you find a DeEsser. Cool. And let's go to a male S. All right, so we're going to start bringing this down. Okay, and guys, I would never EQ this aggressively. This is just for, demo purposes. But, okay, so say we've got this all the way down. It's taming our S. But we don't like how it's affecting the rest of what he's saying. Well, what you can do is you can automate this threshold to just control his S's. So if we look here, we could automate this. So let's take a look here. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to automate it just for the S. So it's just going to affect the S itself and leave the rest of the clip untouched. This is happening really, really quickly. So and as you can see, I mean, if I leave it to just this S, it's happening so fast you can't even see it in here. So see how it just does this portion of the clip and leaves the rest of the clip untouched. Now this isn't the best example because I've artificially jacked up this EQ here. But most recently I had a mix that I was working on, and when I would bring the threshold down over the entire clip, it affected the overall EQ in a bad way, and I just wanted to tame the S and not the rest of it. And this is what I did. I automated the threshold here, and you can do this in Pro Tools just by automating the threshold so it just affects this portion. See? And what if we just wanted a little bit more? Or we wanted a little bit more on this part? See, when you automate this threshold, it's giving you the ability to get more control over each syllable within this. And I mean, you can do this with other plugins as well. Or say we want to affect the frequency, right? So say it changes. Maybe this frequency, you know, the sibilance is up higher and then it's lower down here. So you could automate that. Well, let's see. I've never tried automating this. Let's try it. Yep. So let's say we want it to affect, you know, 3K here, and then we want it to go up and affect 8K here. Watch over here. So most of the time you're just going to slap a DeEsser on the overall track and let it do its work. But if it's not doing its job, you can get in here and you can automate very specific parameters, and that can really give you nice results. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And as always, feel free to like and subscribe, and have an awesome one wherever you are. All right, take care.